Hi, my name is Dr. Christopher Gore, and I'm a psychology professor and leader of our program here at NAU Yuma. What I'd like to do is start by just going over a little bit about what psychology is, tell you a little bit about our degree that we offer here at NAU Yuma, and also tell you a little bit about some of the careers that you can go into upon graduation. So first, what is psychology? It is the study of human behavior. What we seek to do is to observe, explain, and predict human behavior. We also seek to understand the relationship between the mind and the body. So of course, the mind is something that we cannot see or hold, but of course, what gives rise to the behaviors that come out of our mind? It's going to be the brain and the nervous system, and specifically, we study, the brain. So there are two sides of psychology, and one side is where we seek to help people. So you do that via clinical and counseling psychology. And of course, the other side is experimental psychology, which is the side where we do research. And we do research using the scientific method, and we seek to understand and explain human behavior that way. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the program here. The Bachelor of Science in Psychology requirements are 53 to 63 units. 38 units of that 53 to 63 is the psychology core. So at the 100 level is Introduction to Psychology. That's a 3-unit course. At the 200 level, which many of you have possibly already done earned many credits at the 200 level, that's 17 units. And also at the 300, 400 level, that's 18 units plus. You either do a minor in something, and that's 18, 24 units. You do a foreign language, and that's 16 units, or you can do a certificate. So psychology core, a minor, or a foreign language, or a certificate. And more information can be found right there at that website, NAU Psych Sciences. So in our program, students tend to emphasize either the clinical counseling end or the experimental end, and probably about 80% of our students emphasize the clinical counseling end. And what courses can they take that are very much clinical counseling focused? Field work. So students who take field work get placed in some sort of a mental health setting here in the region or community. They also typically will take clinical psychology, which we highly recommend. That is a senior level course. And also interpersonal process and psychotherapy is where they get exposed to some of the principles of therapy. We also have other courses that we recommend they take, such as stress management, positive psychology, as well as others. At the experimental level, experimental psychology, students who are interested in that can focus in social psychology, biological psychology, cognitive psychology, which I don't have up there, and also child and adult development. We have a research lab, so students who are interested in doing research at the undergraduate level can utilize our facility, and we also very much encourage students to present their findings at local conferences. Other things about our program here is we pride ourselves in a lot of student involvement. We have a psychology club. We're also on social media to include Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And finally, about career opportunities in psychology. What can you do at the bachelor's level? You can do things such as a school teacher, you can become a psychiatric technician, probation parole officer, human resources professional, market researcher. At the master's level, you can become a counselor in a high school, a mental health counselor, research analyst. And at the doctoral level, here are some of the things you can do. Certainly a clinical psychologist or an experimental psychologist, school psychologist, forensic psychologist. So that's all I have today. And if you'd like to contact me, here's my contact information right there. And thank you for your time.